Welcome to this short video explaining the details of our new call for funding supporting no-fee open access publishing in Africa. We are inviting African organizations that own open access journals that don't charge any fees, neither to authors nor readers, and where editorial teams of journals are based to submit proposals for funding. The idea behind this call is to support quality and also strengthen sustainability of no-fee open access publishing in Africa, also called Diamond Open Access Publishing. And please note that an organization can only submit one proposal. And this proposal could either be for a single Diamond Open Access journal or multiple Diamond Open Access journals if your organization publishes more than one journal, or if your organization hosts a portal where you have your institutional journals, or maybe it's a national portal, then you can also apply and we'll be happy to review your application. In our call details, you can see some examples of activities that we are willing to support, but by no means this list is an exclusive list. You can suggest any project activities that you see fit for your journal. And please note that we have funding caps. So if you're applying for a single journal, then you can only apply for up to 20,000 US journals. And if you're applying for multiple Diamond Open Access journals, or if you're applying for a platform, then a funding cap will be 30,000 US dollars per proposal. Your project should last for no more than 1 year, and application deadline is June 17. We also ask your organization to show that you contribute to the journal. So there is a section where you have to include co-funding that you will have during the project implementation. And after our funding ends, we would also like you to confirm that you will be able to support your journal as Diamond Open Access journal. We also have 11 eligibility criteria for the journals that we could support. So those journals should have an ISSN or EISSN numbers clearly displayed on the journal website. A journal should publish at least 7 articles a year for the last 2 years. And for us, last 2 years are 2022 and 2023. We also expect a regular schedule publication for your journal, and we would like to see information on your journal website being up to date. It's important that no fees are charged to either authors or readers, and the journal should be Diamond Open Access journal, not charging fee for at least 2 years, starting from 22. Then your journal should have a dedicated URL and information about journal's mission, aims and scope, languages in which you accept your manuscripts. It should be a scholarly journal. A journal should have an editorial board with editorial board members from more than one organization. And this information should be available on your journal's website. And we also expect that you practice independent peer review. So at least 2 peer reviewers review journal submissions And then we expect clear and detailed guidance to authors being available on your journal website. If you're applying for a platform that hosts Diamond Open Access journals, it's okay if your platform hosts both Diamond and journals that are charging article processing charges. But we expect that more than one journal on your journal's platform is actually Diamond. And then we also expect that it's a non-profit entity that manages its journal platform. Platform also has platform's mission and scope displayed. Platform hosts scholarly journals. Each journal has a unique landing page, and then full text of journal articles are available on your hosting platform. We listed some hosts that we don't consider eligible. Please have a look at our announcement. And then finally, what is required to submit? Please download an application form. If you're applying for a journal or journals, please select journals application form, and they're available in English, French, and Portuguese, and you can submit them in English or French or Portuguese. If you're applying for a platform, please download the platform form. They're also available in 3 languages, and you can choose one of those 3 languages to submit your application. We also require you to submit budget and work plan. It's one file that you can download, again, available in 3 languages. And then we ask you to attach a signed letter by the head of your organization, confirming that funding received from the project will be funded in the future by your organization. And then we also expect a signature on an application form. So the head of your organization should sign your project application form when it's ready to be submitted. We're using an online application submission system, and we expect your proposals by June 17. And now we'll show you how online submission system looks like.
So this is the online submission system. It's quite simple and quite straightforward, and it's available in 3 languages, as Irina has mentioned. So you can basically switch languages here using the right-hand menu. This is French and this is Portuguese. We will be using the English in this video. Basically, you have the most important information and all the links to the details that Irina has just explained on this page. And in order to be able to submit a proposal, you need a user account. And if you don't have one, and you probably don't have one, you will need to register it. Once you've registered your account, you will be able to use, so next time you log in, you will be able to log in here, and there is an option if you have forgotten your password to change it here. So now I'll now show how to register the account. So you go to click to create new account, and then add your details. So you choose your username. I will choose like something like this, just for testing purposes. I'll put an email. So I'll put my name. And then you need to select a continent. It's of course Africa, and then a country in Africa. So I'll say, for example, it's Angola, and the name of your organization. So I'm putting just the random data, but you will put it. And then you have this robot check that might be quite annoying, but here I passed, but you will probably be required to do some captcha before you're able to click on create new account. And then when I click create new account, I'm supposed to get an email providing a link enabling me to finalize the registration. So be patient, it takes a minute or two. So when I go to my email, I get an email that says, thank you for registering, etc. And there is one link provided here. I click this link, and then I'm actually able to define my password for the first time. So I go to login, and then I define my password. Okay, and check the other details and say save. And after that, I'm logged in. I'm already logged in. So basically, you can start at this point. You can start doing this, and the landing page where you get when you create your account and when you are logged in is this forms and templates. So this is the page where you can already start your registration. Apart from this, you have this home page. This is quite the same as the one that you visited before creating the account. Forms and templates, and then you have my submissions. Here you will select later, you will have your pending submissions and submitted proposals, and you have my account page where you can change your details. So you will always have this tab that says edit. Whenever you see it, you can add, you can change some details. For example, here I can change my password if I wish. So I'm getting back to forms and templates to show you the important information there. So here you can find, you can choose one of the two forms to fill in. These are the online forms, and you have the links to all these documents that you need to provide. And here is how they look. This is, for example, an application form that you have to fill out and submit to attach it to the application. And also the budget is here. Here is how it looks. So it's advised to download these templates. You have them in 3 languages, as Irina has mentioned, to download them as soon as you create your account and to start working on them. Basically, you don't have to fill in the whole form in one go. So you can go, for example, if I go to the journals form, I can put in just the minimum data and save it for editing. It's probably advisable to do this. All of the fields here are mandatory, so you cannot submit the form if you don't fill out these fields. And but you need just the minimum data in order to be able to save the form. So I will just show how it works. I'll put some random data. Then you will put the official name of your organization, choose the country, and these fields like email and URLs, you need to pass verification. So this needs to be a valid URL, and you should provide the official URL of the website of your institution. So it should look like this. So it needs to be a full URL. So something like this. And then you need a contact person, and then the email needs to be a valid email. It has to conform to a particular format. Something like this. Then you have a block where you edit the journal title. This is the journal application form. You can submit the application for more than one journal, but these journals need to be on different platforms. So if they're on the same platform, then it's a different form. All the fields are also mandatory. And then you have to put the journal title, then the URL, which also needs to be a valid URL. So it's like a journal org, something like this. And then the ISSN. So you can put either the ISSN or just the number, and you can put both in the same fields. And it has to conform to the format, and select the date from the application, from the calendar. You can add another item. So if you're submitting 2 journals, you can click here to add another item.
Maybe one comment.
And for example,
the date is since when is your journal a diamond?
A diamond journal, yes, because the application.
Okay. When you started publishing your journal as a diamond open access journal. And it can't be today's day. It should be at least 2 years.
Yeah, at least 2 years in advance. Yes, for example, like this. So basically, you see what happens when you provide something that is not a valid URL. So for example, here P is missing. And then if I correct, I will be able to add another item. So anytime you mistype something or you miss to fill the required field, you will get this kind of notification calling you to provide the appropriate information. So you can add another journal, and yeah, I'm still missing something. I'm missing the slash. Okay. So here I can add another journal. There is one tricky thing about adding journals. And for example, if you added something and you don't want to edit, you want to remove it, you can use this button remove. Be careful about this, because when you click on remove, for example, here in this active field, you will delete the item. If you click in this field, you will remove the information. And it may not be straightforward, but when you save the form, it will really be removed. So don't worry if this field remains here and you want to remove it. So basically, you fill out all these fields. And if you, for example, don't want to finish all at once, you can say save for editing and try to save the form. And then I have again this slash missing. So you see what happens if it's not okay. And then save for editing. You have 2 options. So save for editing and submit application. If you want to submit, click submit. But if you haven't finished yet, you need to save it. So be careful about the option you are choosing. So if I go to save, I hopefully will be able to save now, or I'm missing. Well, okay, I've managed to save it. So now I'm on the other page, the other tab, my submissions, and I can see here that I have a submission waiting for editing. It's not finished yet. I need to add some data and to provide some more information. And then I have this submission here waiting for me for further editing. So when I want to edit it, I go here and click name. I get this page, and here I see the edit tab. So I edit this, press this tab, and now I can continue editing my submission. So basically, I've provided this information. I provided the contact person, the journal. Let's say I'm applying for 1. Then I need to provide the budget. So here you have the hints. For example, in this field, you shouldn't be able to put, you shouldn't put any other characters apart from numbers. So don't use blanks, don't use dots or commas. So this needs to be a number like this. And for example, your contribution also, it's also mandatory. And then I need to add the attachment. So I'll choose the files and add the attachments to show how it works. So for example, I go here and add this journal application form. I add a budget. So this is, for example, budget. And then I need to add another one, which is a signed letter. You have here it's indicated which formats to use. For us, it would be optimal if you could use a readable format. So basically, when it needs to be signed, you can just scan this last page, but it's okay also if you create a PDF, it's fine. So it's important that the resolution is sufficiently good so that we can process this. And now I will put another file just to show how it works with this. What it needs to be. So you see, it needs to be either PDF or JPEG, and I get this notification that it's not okay. So I will choose a PDF. And then I can try to submit. Let's say I've finished the application, and I'll try to submit and say save. And then you need to be a little bit patient. So it's very important to know that when you're working on this page when you're filling out these fields, don't switch to other links on the menu because you will lose your information. So now it says that my submission is submitted, and I can find it here on my submissions page. So it's finalized and submitted. So you see the difference. When it's not submitted, you have this information that you need to fill out everything to complete it and submit. Here it's submitted, and I can just see it. There is no edit tab. I cannot edit, and I can see all of my documents here. If you're filling out the form for platforms, so the form is very similar, but basically you have to provide at least, it's a bit different because, for example, you will have to say how many journals, how many active journals you host on your platform. And here you will have to provide information for at least 2 journals that are hosted on your platform, and everything else is basically the same. And you will be using here, you will be using the form for platforms and not the one for journals. So be careful about choosing this. Also, this form is available in 3 languages as well. And at the beginning of the process, choose the language. Don't switch languages while you're on the go, while you're working.
And please note that on this platforms page, you have to provide information about Diamond Open Access journals. Also, maybe a couple of tips. If you switched your language to French and Portuguese, and if you browse between different pages, in case you start seeing a page in English and not in the language that you selected, please select the language again. So it might happen that you need to select the language every time when you are on a new page in this online submission system. And we also have some Q&A sessions scheduled in May and June. And if you have any questions, you can join one of them and ask those questions or email us. Thank you, and looking forward to receiving your proposals.